Please allow me to introduce myself. I am Mama Magic Gwentastic, and welcome to episode number 3 of the Mind Crank, where we pit players against themselves in a battle of wits to see how much knowledge about useless and silly magic trivia they know. The rules are simple. We'll start each player with a deck of 30 cards, akin to what you may call points. They will try to protect their decks by answering questions to prevent getting milled or losing points. At the end, we'll see how well they protected their deck and see how many cards or points they have remaining. At the end, we'll place them on our leaderboard to determine who will reign supreme at the top of the Mind Crank. Feel free to play along at home and see how well you do. And now let me introduce this week's guest, Nikachu from the YouTube channel Nikachu MTG. Welcome to the show and thank you for being here today. How are you doing today?
Oh, thank you very much, Mama Magic. I'm doing great. Can't wait to do this. I love the scoring system. It's like golf, except if you have too many bad strokes, then you just lose.
Hasn't happened yet, but there's always a chance for a first.
There's a first for everything.
Oh, yes, indeed. So tell me a little bit about your YouTube channel and how you got started with it.
Oh man, the origin of my YouTube channel looks nothing like what it is today. I used to be a modern merfolk channel to accommodate all the modern merfolk fam out there, but now I've twisted it towards the sensationalist content on Magic the Gathering. We talk about everything. We talk about combos, the luckiest moments in Magic, the unluckiest moments in Magic. We talk drama like all the cheaters. We got it all.
Well, it certainly is an interesting show, and I'm glad that you create content like that. I don't see anyone else doing such. And also, my first deck when I started was a Merfolk deck.
Oh, we all start with Merfolk, don't we?
Oh, back
I don't know
when
everyone who sticks to it in the long run, but hey, we all start with Merfolk. So
back
everyone's
when
got
Lord of
Merfolk in their
Atlantis
heart.
was the thing. When Fallen Empires came out and gave us those extra Merfolk, I was
The River
overjoyed. All right. So when did you start playing Magic?
Well, I started back in like the year 2000. This was around the Pokemon TCG craze, and this is the first trading card game I played. And then all of a sudden, my friends said, "You know what? This is the kids' trading card game. We gotta play the adult trading card game." Even though we're all 13-year-olds ourselves, no, we have to. They tried to push us into another one. So anyway, I was a little hesitant at first because the rules didn't make any sense. But hey, eventually I came to, and so here I am.
I'm guessing you stuck with it, right?
Oh yeah, my first deck, mono blue, and I still stick to blue. I love my blue. Love my counter spells. Love drawing cards, counter spells, and drawing cards for life.
Okay, I'm sorry, but we have to end the show now. No, I'm just kidding.
Once you start, you can't stop.
So you mentioned modern. Is that your favorite format?
Oh yeah, it's a really competitive format, really diverse. Some people talk about the diversity of standard. That format, I mean, at a competitive level, it doesn't get very diverse. It ends up being like this rock, paper, scissors format. Very, very few decks. But in modern, there's something for everyone. You want to play Merfolk? You can play Merfolk. You want to play White Weenie? They got Death and Taxes. They got Burn. They got aggro decks, mid-range decks, combo decks. All sorts of dirtly stuff if you want it. Modern's got a deck for you. No matter what, it's a fantastic, beautiful format.
Well, what is your favorite deck then?
Oh, Merfolk. I love Merfolk. It's my baby. It's my baby. It's taken me to the finals of a Grand Prix. It's such a funny deck. It looks powerless and weak, but you know what? It's got enough power. If you play it accurately and if you play a really tight game, you can still win top 8 events, win tournaments with it. It's the definition of Magic. You look at the deck list, you would think, how on earth does this deck win? It must seem impossible. But then you see a Merfolk Master in action, and then you see how it's done.
Sounds scary. Lurking from below, the Merfolk.
Exactly.
Tell us a little something interesting about yourself that people might not know about you.
I think something that people don't know is I can draw photorealism, and I don't do it so much anymore because it takes forever to finish because it has to look as if it was a Xerox copy of something else. So
that's good talent. That is a good talent. Well, let's see if that talent will carry you over through the Mind Crank.
Yeah, I don't know because I don't know if trivia and art cross over very well. I can tell you, I've watched a lot of Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune. I've never answered a single question correctly on Jeopardy, and unless the board is 99% complete on Wheel of Fortune, it's impossible. I think I have better chances on Deal or No Deal.
Well, I ensure you that you don't have to answer a single question today with "what is."
Thank you.
Though you might ask yourself, what is this crazy girl up to?
Where did this game show come from?
Anyway, we have 6 games lined up today. You ready to enter the Minecraft and start playing?
Let's do this.
All right. Our first game is Did I Say That? Some cards have multiple printings with different flavor text. I'm going to read you 6 different texts. Actually, we have 7 this week. 7 different texts from actual cards, and some I've made up. It's going to be your job to tell me whether it is a real flavor text or one that I've made up. Today's card is Shatter. But first, a quick reminder what Shatter does. Shatter is an instant for 1 and a red. It says destroy target artifact. You ready to begin?
Let's do this, yeah.
All right, our first flavor text for Shatter is the ogre's mind snapped. The bow was next. The archer followed quickly after. Is this an actual flavor text or one that I made up?
I think that's actual. That sounds like something that would be on a card.
Actual factual? It is indeed. Our next flavor text is this is all meaningless. Time crumbles all.
Oh. I'm gonna go with... I wish I knew your style of writing. This also could be a magic card.
It could be.
This is all meaningless. Time crumbles all. But why would that have anything to do with Shatter? But maybe it does because it would break anyway. Okay, I'm gonna take a chance on actual text.
Oh, I did make it up. I did make that one up. I'm gonna have to mill you 1 card.
It was tough. It was close. You saw me think about it.
You did. You did.
I went into the tank.
That's okay. That's okay. This is all meaningless anyway. All right. Flavor text number 3. Let the past be the past. Do not call up that which you cannot put down. Destroy that which destroyed us so long ago. Sorain, Relic Bane, Solbetti, Heretic.
Let the past be the past. Do not call up that which you cannot put down. Destroy that which destroyed us long ago. See, this is another one of these flavor texts, just like the last one, where it doesn't feel like it looks like a flavor text, but it doesn't look like a Shatter flavor text. So you know what? I'm gonna go with made up this time.
No, it actually is a
no Serene.
Yes.
What?
And in fact, if you remember from last episode, I had a made up flavor text which I used her name from. Flavor text number 4. Ooh, it's so pretty. Oops.
Oh, that's got
Goblin.
That's got to be an actual flavor text. It's not. You got me good.
No, I made that one up.
Squee Goblin, you got me again.
It does seem like something he would do. It does seem like something he would do. Let's go to flavor text number 5. Even the mightiest of shields will bend to the will of a skilled blacksmith. Pesha, retired blacksmith. This one an actual or made up. Even the mightiest of shields will bend to the will of a skilled blacksmith. Pesha, retired blacksmith.
This one, like, I like these ones that are directly referencing what the card actually does. So I'm going to go with actual text again.
Nope.
This is incredible.
Oh.
How many cards do I have left in my deck?
You're down to 26. Down to 26.
How many questions are there?
There's 30 possible points.
All right.
Let's go to flavor text number 6. Days of planning, weeks of building, months of perfecting, seconds of smashing. Days of planning, weeks of building, months of perfecting, seconds of smashing.
I think I got duped so hard because they were all quoted, the last ones, but this one isn't. Days of Planning. Well, based on probability, I'm gonna take a guess this is an actual text.
Ding, ding, ding.
Aha!
Good job.
My dream of getting back on Jeopardy is still alive.
Yes, yes. Don't get disheartened. You're doing great. You're doing great. Don't worry. Sometimes don't second guess yourself. And our
I'm
last
learning on the job.
Got this one hair that won't get out of my mouth. And our last flavor text is, I am an artiste, a builder, a creator. I create the biggest explosions around. Kroll, goblin, furnace priest. I am an artist, a builder, a creator. I create the biggest explosions around.
Is Crowley even a real person?
Kroll, goblin, furnace priest.
I'm gonna say it's made up.
No, this one's once again an actual text.
Someone out there with who plays Shatter in Modern, or plays Shatter period, is like, oh god, how can he not get all of these? Yeah, I'm not a flavor judge here.
Yeah, I did think
historian.
I was pretty sure Shatter was legal in Modern, so I made sure I picked a card that I thought you would know. I guess I failed. All right. We're going to go up to an interesting game called Mama's Mashups. I'm going to describe two different cards in detail. You'll need to mash the two cards into one. For example, if I describe the cards for Wilderness Reclamation and Reclamation Sage, you would answer Wilderness Reclamation Sage. They both share a word or syllable in common. You may ask for up to 4 clues by milling a card each. Each of the first 2 clues will give you the card image, and the last 2 clues will give you the card name. Each wrong answer will automatically provide you with 1 clue, and the final mashed up answer for the name will spare you from milling 1 final card. Our first mashup involves card number 1, a blue sorcery. Each player discards their hand, then draws cards equal to the greatest number of cards a player discarded this way. Its casting cost is 2 and a blue. Our second card is a creature zombie ninja. It is a 5/4 with the casting cost 3 blue and black. It has ninjutsu for 2 blue and a black. And whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, that player exiles the top 2 cards of their library. Until the end of the turn, you may play those cards without paying their mana costs. Mash these 2 cards together.
I know what each player discards their hand, then draws cards equal. I know the first one.
What do you think that one is?
I think it's Windfall.
That is correct. It is in fact Windfall.
It's a commander card. Gotta have in every blue deck. But the zombie ninja, this is... Oh, hold on. It's from Modern Masters. There weren't many zombie ninjas, period.
I'll give you a little help. That's Modern Horizons.
So yeah, Modern Horizons. So yeah. This is a challenge because I'm always struggling to find the names to cards I already know. Forget the names to cards I don't know.
Seeing the image maybe help you.
Maybe. This card barely sees play, but maybe hold on. Whenever a blank deals combat damage to a player, that player exiles top 2 cards of their library. Until end of turn, you can play those cards without paying their mana cost. It's a 5/4 zombie ninja. That's crazy.
Yeah. Oh, it's a very good card that doesn't see enough play.
No,
but
no
has
play
it
in Modern.
actually seen play in Legacy Cube, I think. In
Oh, it would, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see the image. Wait, I have to mill
All
2 cards?
right. Here is our image. Do you want to try to describe that image?
Something Shinobi or something.
Oh,
He's like an adaptation of the T-1000 from the Terminator. He's got this arm.
Well, you are pretty close.
Hold on, Windfall Fallen Shinobi? No. Something Shinobi. Something Shinobi. This was definitely not a card I talked about during spoiler season.
I
must have an
think you might have
insane
said the
casting
answer.
Okay, I'll just go Windfall, Fallen Shinobi. Final answer.
Mash them together a little better.
Wind Fallen Shinobi. I get it.
You got it. Wind, Fallen Shinobi. You figured
Now
it
I know
out.
how this game works.
Great job. Great job. That was a tough one. Now to go
Honestly,
to a tougher...
I didn't think I would answer a single one of these, so as far as I'm concerned, I'm way ahead of the game at this point.
You did great. That was 5 points. Actually, you did mill one card, so...
Yeah, I did mill
for the
one
picture.
card.
All right, our next mashup is a white enchantment. When this card enters the battlefield, exile target creature an opponent controls with converted mana cost 3 or less. When this card leaves the battlefield, target opponent creates a 3/3 green dinosaur creature token with trample. Its casting cost is 1 and a white. Our next card is a creature boar. It has a vigilance, trample, and haste. When this creature enters the battlefield, other creatures you control get +2/+2 and gain vigilance and trample until end of turn. It's a 7/7 and has a casting cost of 5 green. Try to mash these two together.
The problem is I know these cards, I just don't know the name of them. Especially the one on the left, I do know this card. It doesn't really see play in Modern, but it was a huge standard card at the time. Yeah, when it leaves play, target opponent creates a 3/3 green dinosaur creature token with trample. What are you? What are you? And look at it, the picture is useless because I sort of know what the picture is.
What is the picture?
I think that I swear there's like some egg and a dinosaur or something like that.
I will give you the picture. It is, in fact, there is a dinosaur there.
There's a dinosaur.
In the one, it's not an egg, but I'll give you that one. I am not completely benevolent or mean, whatever the word is.
This is the first one. When blank enters the battlefield, exile target creature an opponent controls with converted mana cost 3 or less. Okay, now I'm gonna act like my brother when it comes to trivia. Like, how do I get like a first piece of the name to?
You're asking for the name of the first
I don't want
card?
the full name. Like, I want one letter. Give me a letter or something.
I'll give you a hint. It starts with a B.
Starts with
a free
B.
one. A freebie.
Yeah, a freebie.
Starts with the.
When yeah, this it's funny how when it comes to competitive players, we know what cards do so well. We know what they look like. The name is almost never relevant, so we don't know the names to a lot of. I'm definitely one of these people who don't know the names to a lot of cards. Beckoner. Hold on, something.
Do you think you know the second card?
Absolutely. I thought I knew the second card when I saw the word boar and haste. And now I realize this is a completely. I would need to know the picture to this one to even have a shot.
Here we go.
Is it rampaging boars? And I'm just making that up because that's just all I see in front of me. I see rampaging boars and it's got to be like two really long words too.
All right. We'll give you the first word because you kind of know what it is. You just can't remember. It's called baffling end. Baffling end. Does that help you for the second word?
Baffling end. Be like ender boars or something like that. Rampaging boars, baffling end.
Does not have the word boars in the name though.
No boars.
No boars. That would be boring.
No pigs. Vigilance, trample, haste. And it's a long name. It's a big one.
Yes,
it's a pack of boars practically. Whatever a bunch of boars is. A pack.
All right. Do you need me to help give you the name?
Okay, give me the first letter again.
Well, It starts with end.
It starts with end. Okay. Baffling end.
All right.
You see, just because it's modern legal doesn't mean it's modern play. But
All
anyway,
right. This card is
end race. Oh, that was never
End
happening.
Race
No.
Forerunners. Yes, this card is End Race Forerunners.
You put a gun to my head. It was never happening.
Well, can you mash these two together to save that last
Baffling end race Forerunners.
Very good. Very good. Baffling End Race Forerunners. That was a tough one. But you pieced it together. It was.
Bro, it's the right card. I've never even heard of this card. Didn't even know it existed.
Oh, it's mini Crater Hoof.
It is. Most people just use Crater Hoof.
Yeah. It was a nice little finisher. People used in Standard as well as Seas Commander play.
Right.
All right, we'll head straight to game number 3. Background
Beautiful.
checks. Sometimes we just don't pay attention to all the details of the artwork of a card. Let's see how well you can remember what's going on in the background of selected card arts. I'll tell you a card name and give you 3 possible art descriptions. You'll just need to tell me which is the true description. Each wrong answer will mill you 1 card. Don't worry if you've never heard of the card before. We'll just make it more interesting.
Yeah.
Our first card is Living Wall from Alpha.
Mm-hmm.
Is the original artwork does it include a wall made of human skulls with the skeleton of a rodent in one of the skull's eye sockets? Is it B, a mass of flesh including a fetus and messed up teeth? Or is it C, a log wall with 2 green eyes staring out from the wood?
I hope I'm not getting my walls mixed up. Living Wall. I've definitely seen the card before. Somehow, I don't think the art direction was pretty loose back then, but I don't know if they had a fetus in there. A log wall with 2 green eyes staring out from the wood. Oh man, that definitely is an art somewhere. That's a problem. A wall made from human skulls with this. A wall made from human skulls.
Ah, yes.
Skulls, but I thought it was like more I thought when you showed me Living Wall, I thought it was like something that's more organic. And for some reason, a log wall with 2 green eyes staring out from the wood, that sounds more organic because there's like a log. So I'm gonna go with C.
It is in fact a mass of flesh, including a fetus and messed up teeth. This is one of the most messed up artwork I have ever seen.
Oh, this
most
is
people
totally...
don't realize there is a little fetus baby in the middle of that art.
I was mixing up. I was thinking of a green wall. I was mixing up walls here. I never heard of this wall. Yeah, Living Wall.
Yep. A
I
0/6
totally feel
wall
it.
for 4 colorless that uses 1 colorless to regenerate, or 1 of any color. Yeah, it was a decent little blocker back in the day. Most messed up art you're ever gonna see. All right. Well, Marsh Flitter is a card from Lorwyn. See if you know the artwork of this one. Is it A, a fairy hiding in the grass holding a rope attached to a giant wooden box trap with a bird's drumstick under it, with 2 dumb-looking goblins sneaking up to the box? Is it B, a flying fairy dragging 2 goblins behind it, one by the ear and the other by the nose? Or is it 2 goblins trying to catch a toadstool on a string being dangled by a flying fairy? So we got a fairy trying to catch 2 goblins in a box trap using a drumstick, a fairy dragging 2 goblins, one by the ear and the other by the nose, and a fairy that's dangling a toadstool in front of 2 goblins.
Not many fairies in this game.
Out. Excuse me a second, my son came in. He just wanted a hug.
It's very nice.
So,
Let's
any
like,
idea?
No, my idea. Well, yeah, it's what would a fairy do in Lorwyn? Those fairies, they're really tricksy. They like pulling tricks on basically anything and everything. So what is the most tricksiest thing that they're, just having fun? Like, what kind of way are they teasing these goblins here that seem realistic on Lorwyn? Hiding in the grass, holding a rope. You know what? I don't think the fairy would hide. Well, the fairies are in the air. So a flying fairy dragging two goblins behind it, one by the ear, one by the nose, and then two goblins trying to catch a toadstool on a string being dangled by a flying fairy. You know what? I think it's between B and C. I'm going to go with B. Well, that doesn't sound good.
You were thinking C, weren't you?
Oh, it was between B and C for sure.
You doubted yourself because it was in fact C.
Two goblins trying to catch a toadstool on a string. It was that was very possible. Yeah.
You were thinking that one. I could sense it, and then you doubted it. Well,
it was a 50-50. I don't see the fairies in the grass.
That was good deduction. Good deduction. All right, hopefully you'll do better with some limericks. So I'm going to read you some magic-related limericks. Just complete the limerick to win. Each wrong answer will mail you 2 cards.
Okay. How many cards left do we have in this deck?
Looks like you got 19 remaining.
Okay. How many? Whatever. Okay. 19. We got to protect the 19 like our children.
They just like to have hugs. All right, limerick number 1. When cards in standard are enemy, don't give yourself a lobotomy. You can play online where they are now fine. They fixed them up in... I'll repeat it. When cards in standard are enemy, don't give yourself a lobotomy. You can play online where they are now fine. They fixed them up in...
So you're telling me this is going to end in ein?
No. A limerick is first
Explain
2.
Limerick. Mm-hmm.
And then the last one matches the first 2. So it rhymes with enemy and lobotomy.
Cards in standard are enemy. Don't give yourself a lobotomy. You can play online where they are now fine. They fix them up in alchemy.
You got it. You got it.
The hot topic, alchemy.
Yes. Hot topic indeed. All right. Let's go to limerick number 2. Although now we play games quicker, waiting can make it quite thicker. With an additional cost, I have not yet lost. I want to play cards with...
Flicker.
What was that?
Flicker.
Flicker's
not a real thing? You want to play? Okay, although we now play games quicker, waiting can make it thicker. So I guess you want to play... Although we now play games, waiting can make it quite thicker. With an additional cost, I have not lost. Oh, whoops. With an additional cost, I should read the second 2.
Yeah.
Instead of just jumping straight to what rhymes. With an additional cost, I have not lost.
I think I just showed you the answer. You didn't...
I want to play cards with kicker. Cheating does exist on this show.
Yes, kicker. I don't know if they play cards with kicker in modern, but...
Oh, yeah, they do. Yeah, we've got kicker. No, they exist. We got them. We have Cyclonic Rift in modern, actually. Not many decks play, but some people do.
Cyclonic Rift is actually Overload. It's kind of like a kicker cost.
It's like they say everything is kicker. Okay, what is a real kicker in modern?
Yes. Kicker is an additional cost. And such, so...
Someone in the comments section, let me know a kicker card in modern.
I don't know. All right, we're going to go to a new game called Magic the Definition.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to read a dictionary definition of a magic card. Figure out the dictionary word to figure out what the magic card is. Each wrong word is going to mill 1 card. So, I'm going to read the definition for the first word of a card, and then the
Yes.
dictionary definition of the second word of the card. Let's figure out what the card two-word card name is. Our first one starts with an adjective that starts with the letter H. The word means having a great or considerable extent or reach upward or vertically, lofty or tall. Any idea what that word might be?
It starts with H. At least you give me a lot to work with. Having a great or considerable extent to or reach upward or vertically. Lofty. Having a great or considerable extent or reach upward or vertically.
Let's go to our second word. It might help you figure out the first word. It's a noun that starts with the letter T.
Feels like everything is a noun.
The periodic rise and fall of the waters of the ocean and its inlets, produced by the attraction of the moon and the sun, and occurring about every 12 hours.
The tide.
Tide. All right, you got that one.
As a merfolk player, it would be very embarrassing if I didn't see that one.
So now that we know that the second word is tide, what word, adjective, might start with the letter H that means having a great or considerable extent or reach upward, vertically, lofty, or tall? That's a magic card. Something tide. Oh, I'm sure you've played this in your merfolk decks back in the day.
Fortunately, I didn't start playing merfolk back in the day. Back in the day, I played with a thieving magpie.
Only slightly better than Stormcrow.
Yes, it draws a card. It's a beautiful card draw. Played in the merfolk decks. Oh, you're giving me hints here. So played in the merfolk decks back in the day. Something tied.
Hey, we want to have fun
having
here.
Great reach. Having a great or considerable extent or reach upward or vertically.
What?
Oh, high tide. Damn it.
High tide.
High tide. That's right.
All right.
That's a hyper combo card. I mean, I guess some merfolk players back in the day played that thing, but
oh yeah, most certainly. Good job. That was a tough one. Now we're going to go to one.
They over-defined the word high for me.
All right, let's go to magic. The definition number 2. Our first word is a verb starting with the letter D and ending in ing. It means to bend or turn aside, turn from a true course or straight line, swerve. This one might be a little hard, so I'm going to go straight to the second word. A noun starting with a P. The part of the inner surface of the hand that extends from the wrist to the base of the fingers.
Deflecting palm.
Well done. That was really good.
That's a real modern card. Burn players play that thing all the time. So
you did actually really well. You got a perfect game here. All right, now we're gonna go to our final game of the evening.
I needed more questions from that last game. I was on a roll there.
You're doing great. Don't worry. Now is the part where I get to humiliate myself.
Oh, great.
This game is called Mama Magic Sings Badly. I'm going to do my best
part of the show
to sing a parody song. You can prevent getting milled up to 3 cards. Tell me what I'm singing about. Telling me the original song name and telling me the original music artist. Each wrong answer will mill you 1 card. All right. Let's see how well I can do.
Is this even related to Magic?
Oh, this will be a Magic related song. You just tell me what I'm singing about. Though the song name and the music artist aren't related to Magic, but that's just for fun anyways.
Okay, those are bonus.
Hello, Debt Nest, my old friend. I want to play Magic again. Vision prices are creeping in. My empty wallet, no safekeeping. The decisions that make my money drain. Still it pains within a new found at nest. With monthly news that's coming out. The mythics are what it's about. Near the low blow of defeated frowns, I turn my wallet upside down. When my cries were nabbed with my cash by a moron's plight, it felt so right. My bank was full of emptiness.
It seems to be a mix of the economy, but more or less the how much like product is being pushed out. There's more products than you can buy, or
Well,
there are more products than you can afford.
That is what it's about. Price of Magic cards is really high. Everything is high. There's a lot to spend on. Nicely done. Do you know the original name of the song or who the original artist was?
I know the first verse is supposed to be hello darkness, my old friend, but I don't know if that's the name of the song. But that's my final answer because I have nothing else.
Nothing else. Oh,
I know the song, but I don't know the actual name of the song.
You're gonna throw your towel in. All right. Well, we'll have to know another 2 cards then. But the song is The Sound of Silence.
Aha.
Sound of Silence. Does that help you guess the artist?
No, absolutely not. That would not help. Simon and Garfunkel. Okay.
Simon and Garfunkel.
I know of them.
Very good. I think the real winners are everyone else out there hearing me sing, because I am not trained in singing at all, but I do it for you. And because it's fun. But that was really awesome. You did not do as bad as you thought. You did excellent today, actually.
Well, I was only the 3rd contestant. Time will tell to see how well I've done or not. I'll check back in after a year.
You're above the 50% mark. You ended the day with 17 cards remaining, so long as I did my math right. Not too bad at all. But I really want to thank you again for coming on to the Mind Crank. It was a lot of fun. I love hearing your perspective about things and how you associated the games with your favorite format, Modern. Now, again, how could people find you if they want to find you?
Oh, they can find me on anything related to Nikachu MTG. So, I mean, you can find me on YouTube, Nikachu MTG, Twitter, Facebook, and inevitably you'll find all my other socials as you just go through that rabbit hole.
Awesome. Well, thank you again to you and to all the listeners. Feel free to leave a comment. Let us know how well you did. Did you beat today's guest?
Yeah, did you do better than me? Which ones did you get that I didn't?
And don't forget,
cheating.
No cheating. Yes, we don't like cheaters here. And don't forget to give a like, subscribe, share. It really helps me out. And once again, I am Mama Magic Gwentastic. This has been the Mind Crank. And remember, be happy, be true, be you. Thank you, everyone. Bye.